Now I got her enough time.
Yeah, you
Now
got
I have cleaned it up, so it's better now. So these are the tires, so they will
That's
you
right.
rotate that every time,
That's
huh?
right. So they'll roll along the tracks.
Hmm.
These are the first of the tracks. In the past, we used to put them on concrete,
Hmm.
and the wheels would wear out.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so it's too harsh. Whereas
yeah,
these ones, the wheels
yeah.
should last you for years and years and years.
Years and years. Okay.
And so they shouldn't roll out. We have a couple of layers on the structures. So we have a water pan underneath. And that's
Okay.
just for ballast and just to make sure that
The water
there's,
is
there's,
water is not going down, huh?
there's good circulation.
Hmm.
We're getting a lot of moss. Moss is actually really good for the plants. It
Mhm.
tells you how healthy the environment is.
Hmm.
These are all the new growths coming out.
Yeah.
And so as the system starts to recover, you'll see a lot more of this growth will start to happen. So
Sure.
we're recording. So these are all new plants coming out,
Hmm.
and just in the last couple of weeks.
Sure.
And then you've got the new roots.
Yeah.
They sense the soil and they go in themselves.
Sure. And how you irrigate them? How you put the water on
So
this?
can you see the hose up the top inside?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
yes.
we put a pipe on top,
Yeah.
and which I've still got to mount,
Hmm.
and then the pipe all has has an open end.
Hmm.
So
It's amazing. I feel like I'm in a tropical somewhere. I can feel it. It's so cool inside than outside.
yeah. Just hang on for a second. Let me just get my
Yeah.
son to unlock the phone.
ये जी अपना टनल है ट्रॉपिकल अल्ट्रा ट्रॉपिकल जो बिल्कुल नई टेक्नोलॉजी है ये अपना जो है इसका जर्मनी से जो है इस बंदे ने ये मंगवाया ये वो बबल रैप जो है इसके लिए अपना यूवी वो कहता है ये लाइट सनलाइट जो है इससे कम आती है और ये बिल्कुल अंदर ट्रॉपिकल एक टनल सी बनी हुई है ये वनीला फॉर्मिंग हो रही है तो it is amazing. ये फैन है इसका जो जिसकी वेंटिलेशन रखता है पूरी टनल की और ये ऊपर जो है इसकी वो है एयर के लिए इनटेक के लिए Do you get you harvest vanilla as well from here yet or no?
We've harvest, but this is so different to what the plants used to be.
Okay,
I'll show you a photo
okay.
of what they used to look like.
Because I have seen on the net.
This is what they used to look like.
Okay.
If you can see
No.
that.
Okay. Yes.
See how full they are?
Yeah, yeah, they
And if
are.
you have a look.
Mm-hmm. It was here or somewhere else?
Wungara.
Ungara. Okay, nice.
So I've got photos. See all the beans?
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice. Mm-hmm.
That's what they used to look like.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. It's amazing.
See the
technology.
flowers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is when this here,
Yeah.
that's what they're supposed to look like. This is when they're
Sure.
blooming with beans.
Okay.
You can see the beans, like it's
Yeah.
just full of beans.
Sure. Is it your house you have this?
No. This was in Wungara. It's about an hour and a half away from Sydney.
Okay,
So we
okay.
used to do like drive an hour and a half away. It's over in Central Coast.
Okay,
That's where this is.
okay, okay. And that's
we
where
moved
you're
it
from.
to the western, to
Okay.
the university site.
Sure. And this is the only one tunnel you have. Like that was the tunnel which you set up here.
This
now.
is this is all of this.
Oh, okay,
That's what
okay.
it used to be.
Sure. It's amazing technology. What you know the distance of these ones by
You would have to ask David.
David? I will ask him. Yeah.
Because he designed all of this.
Yo, really? So, David, what is the what it is aluminium as well? Or
No, this is structural steel.
Steel, okay.
No, structural steel.
Structural
Okay,
steel.
So it's only thin tubes. They're only about 1.6 mil thick.
Okay.
But the way that these geodesic domes work, and the reason why they're so strong,
Mm-hmm.
if you pull against them,
Yeah.
that's not going to move.
Yes.
You can feel
Oh.
the heat. You can feel the heat. That heat that you're feeling
Yeah.
from the UV.
Okay.
So here, if you feel around here,
Yeah.
different heat.
Okay.
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 That is the effect of UV.
Sure.
That's why if you feel around here,
Sure.
so we always tune the domes according to the location.
Sure.
So in Australia, our sun traverses from east to west,
Sure.
as it does with all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that we're on the southern hemisphere, so when the sun traverses on the northern side,
Sure.
so we orientate the shade cloth on the northern side
Okay,
to
not on
reduce
this.
the intensity of the sunlight coming through.
Sure.
And then if you're in the northern hemisphere,
Yeah.
then the sun will traverse on the southern side.
Sure.
So we would reverse that.
Sure.
Okay, so that's why when people used to, so they used to hear, the vineyard wine growers, they hear, oh yeah, if we put our our vines
Mm-hmm.
on the southern side,
Yeah.
then we would have beautiful growing vines.
Sure.
What they didn't realize is that in France, they're in the northern hemisphere, so southern side faces the sun.
Mm-hmm.
In Australia, our southern side faces the north. So the sun. So by putting it on the southern side, you're putting it away from the sun, not towards the sun.
Sure.
So that's why when we're talking about how the system grows, we it wouldn't matter in a rectangular greenhouse because
Sure.
plants don't move,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd only get maybe 50% of growth.
Sure.
Right? So here we get consistently 100%.
Mm-hmm. And David, how high it is? How high?
5.5 meters.
Huh?
5.5 meters.
5.5 meters, and from one end to another
11
end,
meters.
11 meters. 11 meters. So 5.5 meters and 11
So
meters.
it's just a sphere. It's a
Yeah.
sphere. So
Mhm.
half
Sure.
a sphere.
And what is the and this one, this is designed by you. Everything is designed by you.
That's right. So the geodesic dome frame
Mhm.
is now you can get the design on the internet.
Internet.
Okay.
Okay.
The difference of what we've done is we've done the door. Okay, so the door is designed specifically for greenhouses.
Okay.
Other doors and the vents were specifically designed for our greenhouse.
Mhm.
So the other ones, I might just cut a hole in here,
Mhm.
but you don't capture the same amount of airflow, lateral
Mhm.
flows that you do.
Mhm.
And the doors were designed so we can actually wheel our equipment in and out quite
Mhm.
easily. Because you can
Mhm.
see how high they are.
Sure,
These
sure.
are about 2.4 meters high.
Sure.
So we actually have our doors about 2.8. So we have enough clearance to move them out,
Mhm.
as in when we need to. But we don't need to really. But it was designed so that we can actually move
Sure.
them out.
And what you're saying that you find that this designed on the internet, that's correct?
You can get the design. You can't get this specific design. that we
Okay.
have.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
you can get the general design
Yeah. Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
of the frame,
Yeah.
but you can't get this specific design. that
Sure.
we have. Okay,
Sure.
so we had this specifically architected
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't compromise on the strength. And you'll see
Mm-hmm.
just over here,
Yeah.
as you look at the door, you see the door is just holding itself. It's got a different design.
Yeah.
And we had to design it to actually maintain the structural integrity of the shape.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just a regular geodesic dome, the whole dome is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
But because you put in a door system,
Yeah.
it weakens the entire structure
Sure.
because they're meant to pull and push against each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we have the.
And how it will go, like usually what they have is there is a, so how they will do, I mean, I can't see any shock observers or something
Okay.
to,
So what
to
happens?
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't need it.
yeah.
So what happens is that when the force hits,
Yeah.
okay, so it's made from triangles.
Mm-hmm.
When we get high wind force,
Mm-hmm.
it pushes on one side,
Mm-hmm.
but then it just gets diffused. The force traverses through these pipes.
Sure.
So these pipes compression and in tension all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they redistribute the force all the way around.
Ah.
So it's that redistribution
Distribution.
maintains it very, very strong. So
Okay.
you don't get that issue.
So it's like the building of the
The
bricks,
whole
which
building is
were,
basically
yeah,
absorbing the force,
observing.
and
Okay,
then it's
okay.
actually releasing
Ah,
the force.
got it. Because we have a domes over there with the bricks, and they build like big domes, and they all are like every brick on the dome is holding that weight. So that is based on the same thing. Interesting.
Yeah, so in this case,
Yeah.
you can see it's triangular structures.
Yeah.
So with the triangles, the forces gets redistributed through the nodes.
Yeah.
And that's why when you're building this, you've got to be very careful about how you build it, because in our case, we know where the direct forces are going to be.
Sure.
The direct downward forces, and we make sure that we don't, so it's a complex, it's a technical build,
Mm-hmm.
not a difficult build.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you know the techniques, it's great. If you
Sure.
don't know the techniques, it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's totally understand. And this is the made in Germany. This
Plastic.
this
yes.
plastic, and it's a UV control, like
Yes.
UV control. You said that is the term you use. And what exactly this called that
It's called polyketer. It's
polyketer, huh?
So yeah, polyketer.
Polyketer.
So it's
Okay.
It's a special plastic.
Mm-hmm. And you get from the Germany, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, because I never seen. I'm going to send these videos to somebody high up there. I mean, they're. I will tell you later who. To. So they are. Yeah, they will be interesting to see, at least, or to know what the technologies are. And I think you have your website. I have all your details there. And these are.
That's a missing system that we use, so it controls
Oh,
the
okay.
heat and humidity.
Oh,
And
okay.
So it's just set at 34.8 degrees at the moment. I can readjust it. With the automation systems won't require that to run. It'll actually run it itself and do its own thing.
Sure.
So then,
And it gives you moisture here?
that's right. Yes, it
Okay.
can impart humidity.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
so you can feel that the humidity is now if you walk outside,
Mm-hmm.
even with the vents open.
Yeah.
But the temperature at the moment is only 32.6
Sure.
degrees.
And-
the sensor is up there.
Okay, sensor is up there.
Yeah. So we have to reposition the sensor. So the
Okay.
new design will have it so that we get a much more consistent.
Sure. And when you're getting a new design,
So it's just repositioning of the
Oh,
sensors
okay.
and things like that. Just the little minor details.
Sure.
So it's just so that we have on the sensors, we know because as the sun moves around,
Yeah.
we're going to get more heat on this side,
Mhm.
and because the sensor is closer to that edge, it's going to pick up more heat, and then the dome's going to think it's warmer,
Mhm.
when in actual fact it's not.
Sure.
And so it's just about how those things.
Sure. And David, these ones,
Yeah.
this is it
From
easy
the
to
US.
get? Yeah.
No, we got this one from the US.
Okay.
You can get them.
Yeah.
But this one here had both humidity and temperature control. But we removed the humidity, just worked on temperature. And now the new systems will be controlled automatically, so we don't even need any controls on this one, just an on-off switch.
Okay.
Just turn it on and off, and then that's it. So these are high pressure. So we put them around the missing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is it a missing? Okay, it's
Yeah.
giving
So
that.
around the top. That's
yeah.
right, yeah. So
Is
if
it-
you triggered it, you'll see the missing system covers.
Is it
come-
they're blowing a water away, or it's just
no. It's very, very fine mist.
mints?
So
Okay.
if you have very fine water particles,
Yeah.
okay, the finer the water particles, the faster it's actually reduced the heat because you have more surface area on the water bubble. So as soon as you have that, you
Yeah.
have more water droplets.
Sure.
Takes a lot of the heat out just very quick. So then you can drop the heat very fast.
Sure.
So everything is all about regulation and control. And as you can see, there's not too much light. There's good light,
Yeah.
but there's not too much light. And the light bounces around. So we're targeting around about 30-40% light inside the dome. If you have too much, the plants don't like it either.
Sure.
So you've got to be able to manage the amount of light you want. You've got to manage the humidity and temperature. And then we'll also be putting in CO2 into the dome as well.
Sure. That's very interesting. So, and this area is covered because the sun comes here,
That's
and
right,
that's
it's too bright. Yeah, so it's not on this side because the southern side is just over there as the sun traverses from east to west. So you have to
Interesting.
do your calculations.
Yeah.
Have a good understanding of what you're trying to reduce.
Sure. This is the door. Just go outside now.
How's it going? You'll have to get rid of these. Just to see how they are.
ये जो डॉम का आउटसाइड है, ये जर्मनी की ये बबल्स वाला जो है, ये यूवी कंट्रोल एग्रीकल्चर पर्पस के लिए होता है. ये जो है ना स्पेशल उसके लिए है. और ये जो है ना, ये वो हैं जो नीचे फ्लोर पे थे. ये ऑस्ट्रेलियन मेड हैं बेसिकली. ये उस तरह इसने एयर वेंटिलेशन के लिए ये बनाया हुआ है. एक होल यहाँ है, एक ऊपर है इसके, और सारा वो बबल के थ्रू है. ओके जी.